Today, I want to show you how to fill out your writing rubric based on your realistic fiction story that you wrote before a break. So in Seesaw, you're going to click on your activities and you will see your activity called Writing Rubric. I want you to read all of the directions here. It tells you what we're doing today and why we're doing it. And here it gives directions. So it says watch all of Miss Barr's video, including this to help you with what we're doing. Reread your realistic fiction story. Click add a response when you're ready. Click on the marker tool. Choose a color. You get to pick any color you'd like and circle one answer in each category that best describes your story. You will end up with 5 circles on the rubric. Please be honest. It will help you later on. Number 5, when you're all done with your marker, you're going to click on the T button and you're going to type in a couple of answers. When you are all done, click the green check to submit your work. All right, I know what to do. I'm going to click add a response. Okay, so I've read my story. I'm going to choose my marker tool here. I'm not going to pick anything too big, so I'm going to go with the middle one. And I think maybe I'll pick an orange color. Okay, so I'm going to be reading each category and choosing the best one that I think fits my story. So first one here, characters. I did not write about any characters in my story. That doesn't make sense. I have characters, so I'm not going to circle that one. I wrote about one character, but did not mention any details about that character. I know my introduction is very detailed, so I don't think it's number 2. I wrote about a few different characters and gave details on the main character. I think that one best fits my writing, so I'm going to circle this one. Now, making sure I'm not covering all of the words. So even if I need to go to a smaller marker, that's okay. Setting. I did not write about the setting of my story. Well, the setting is where it took place. And I did talk about how she was at school, she was at home, and then she ended up going to an amusement park. So I had that in there. That one would not fit. I wrote about the setting of a story, but not in the introduction. I included that she was at school and at home in the introduction, but not really about amusement parks. But let me go on. Let's see if number 3 will also fit. I wrote about the setting of my story in my introduction. Now, I did not talk about amusement parks in my introduction, so I'm actually going to be honest. I'm going to circle number 2 because I think I could have added more in my setting. All right, problem. I did not write about a problem in my story. I know that's wrong because my character is scared of roller coasters and I made sure to put that in my story. I did not write about a real problem in my story. Well, roller coasters is a real problem. I think a not real problem would be like about a dragon or something, maybe a unicorn. They're cool, but they're not real, so I don't think it's this one either. I wrote about a real problem in my story and gave a lot of details about it. I think this one best fits my writing story. Solution. I did not write how the characters solved the problem. Well, in my story, her dad actually helped my main character solve her problem. So it's not this one. I wrote a solution, but it did not solve the problem. No, I think it did solve. I solved my problem in my story, so let me go on and see if this one fits better. I wrote one way that my character could solve the problem. Now, even though her dad helped solve the problem of my character, I think this one best fits my story. And last one, I could not read what I wrote. I know Miss Barr can read all of her story. I had a few problems reading some words that I wrote, or I could read everything that I wrote and it all made sense. I definitely think that this one makes more sense for my story. I could read everything and it all made sense. So here, if you look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 circles. That's how many you should have, but we're not done yet. I want you to go over here, click the T, and you can move this box down here because we are going to type in our answers. It says, tell me one thing you like about your story. For me, I like how my character is described. I really like how I describe my character. Now here, what I'm going to do, I think I need to have it, the box needs to be a little bit bigger, but I would like my words to be a bit smaller. So let's see if I can change that. I'm going to go to those dots. I'm going to go to style, and maybe I can change my font size here. Oh, not quite sure. I can change that. You know what? I will keep playing around with it. If you can change it at home, please do so. All right, so maybe I'll put that over here so I can see. All right, next one. Tell me one thing you want to work on in your realistic fiction stories in the future. You can use the rubric right here to help you. Now, under setting, I have 1, 2, but all of my other ones are 3s. So I want to hopefully get better at writing my setting in my introduction. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click, where'd it go? I'm going to click on the T again, and I'm going to start typing. I would like to add my setting in my introduction. Okay, now I'm going to change the size of this. And I also think I'm going to try and move it the best I can, maybe right here so I can see everything. It's okay if it's not aligned right underneath it. All right, when I am all done, I'm going to click the green button, and I've just submitted my activity.